A 6-year-old opens her mouth and speaks a language no one on Earth recognizes. Not AI, not historians, not linguists, not even supercomputer databases with every known dialect ever recorded. And when they ask her where she learned it, she simply says, "I didn't learn it. I remembered it." This is the kind of case experts avoid because it threatens the one thing they rely on: certainty. What started as a strange family moment became an international investigation, and then something far darker. The story begins in a quiet suburban home, nothing remarkable, nothing mystical. A normal morning, a 6-year-old girl sitting at the table drawing with crayons. Her mother asks a simple question: "Are you ready for school?" And the girl answers, but not in English. Not in any language her family speaks. The mother assumes it's playful gibberish, until the girl speaks again. Longer, clearer, rhythmic, structured, almost musical. She's not babbling. She's communicating. The parents start recording her. The girl speaks in long, fluid sentences with perfect grammar and timing, as if she's been fluent her entire life. They post a small clip online hoping someone can identify it. Within hours, people claim it sounds vaguely similar to Sumerian, others say Inuit, others say an extinct Amazonian dialect. But experts shut those guesses down instantly. Her speech patterns match no documented language family at all. A team of linguists from 3 different universities take interest. They visit the home expecting a confused child or a viral prank. Instead, they find a girl sitting calmly in her room, humming in the same unknown language, rearranging her toys in patterns that appear deliberate and geometric. When they ask if they can record her voice, she nods politely and speaks for 12 straight minutes without breaking rhythm. Her syntax is complex. Her tone shifts with meaning. And the more she speaks, the more the experts realize. This is a fully developed language. They run her audio through massive linguistic databases, including extinct and pre-extinct languages reconstructed from fragments. Nothing matches. No root similarities. No phonetic lineage. No shared grammar structure. Linguistically speaking, she is speaking a language that should not exist. One researcher asks her if she can translate it. She shakes her head and says softly, "I only remember the words, but I don't know what they mean yet." That statement sends a chill through the room. And he said, "Remember?" Yet stranger. A few days later, the girl begins drawing symbols, clean, precise, sharp-edged. The shapes look like they're carved rather than drawn, each one with symmetrical lines and repeating motifs. These aren't childish doodles. A professor recognizes something, not the symbols themselves but their structure. He contacts archaeologists who've worked in uncharted areas of the Middle East, Central Asia, and unexplored Amazonian regions. All respond with the same unsettling message. These symbols look ancient, but they don't belong to any known civilization. One symbol keeps repeating, a circular shape with 3 lines descending from it, like a sun setting behind a mountain range. Another resembles a star surrounded by 8 smaller stars, all connected by curved lines. The girl draws these effortlessly as if copying them from memory. The team decides to test her. They show her random symbols from known ancient cultures: Egyptian, Ainu, Proto-Sinaitic, Linear A, Olmec glyphs. She shakes her head at all of them. But when they place a blank sheet in front of her, she instantly fills it with new symbols they've never seen. Now the case attracts international attention. AI companies attempt to decode her language using neural networks and pattern recognition (LLMs). They fail. The models detect no linguistic relatives, no translation anchors, no common human phonemes that match. One system, a model used to classify unknown languages, returns a result with only 2 words: non-human origin. Then crashes. The girl begins speaking more frequently, sometimes waking in the night whispering entire paragraphs with her eyes closed. Her speech becomes less rhythmic and more urgent, almost like warnings or instructions. Her drawings grow more detailed, now resembling maps, architecture, and diagrams. One sketch looks like a tall structure surrounded by smaller buildings. Another resembles a star chart, but the stars don't match any known constellations. The team shows her real constellations. She shakes her head. "This is before," she says. "Before the sky changed. Before the sky changed." At this point, the investigation shifts from linguistic curiosity to something else entirely. A historian notices that some of the symbols resemble ruins discovered in a remote region decades ago. Ruins attributed to a civilization that shouldn't have existed based on carbon dating inconsistencies and architectural complexity. The girl's drawings match those ruins with terrifying precision. When asked how she knows them, she simply says, "I lived there." They ask when. She replies, "Not in this life." Her parents panic. The team tries to explain it psychologically, but her knowledge is too advanced, too specific, too consistent. They ask her to speak again, this time describing her memories. What follows is chilling. She tells them about a civilization that lived before the others came, a society that knew the stars differently, and a disaster she describes as the night the sky cracked. She explains that her language was spoken by those who were taken away, taken not by people but by the great light that fell. Her final sentence ends the session entirely. They will come back when the sky cracks again. Every expert hesitates. Every researcher feels the same cold fear. Because her words resemble myths found in cultures that never interacted. Myths of lost civilizations wiped out by celestial events. Her symbols match ruins with origins no one can explain. Her language is evolved, structured, and older than any recorded human tongue. And she speaks it fluently. A 6-year-old. With memories she shouldn't have. Warnings no one can interpret. And knowledge from a civilization that officially never existed. The case remains open. Her language remains untranslatable. Her symbols remain unmatched. And somewhere the girl continues drawing and waiting until it happens. If this mystery shook you even a little, hit like and subscribe. More stories like this are coming, and they only get stranger.